So 3 o'clock the night before we went out and started laying out this track, I took my boy with me. We're using the scent shoes. We used a water bottle full of blood. I used about probably 2/3 of that, maybe a little bit less. The track ended up being 1.1 miles long. Yeah, I set it up in an area that I knew Remi was going to have trouble because I knew there'd be fresh deer in the area. I didn't actually think there'd be deer that morning, but the deer usually migrate down, cross the road, and they'll eat down near the freeway where, it's kind of melted on the sunny side, and then they'll cross and go back up. Well, as we was driving in, there was deer running across the road in front of us, so Remi was all revved up before he even got out of the truck, barking at deer. As you'll see in the camera, there's deer only 50, well, they're probably 70 yards away from the truck, and Remi'd seen him, so he was barking at him, revved up. Took him a while to get focused, but I really wanted him to see these deer, and I knew that he would try to take after these deer, and I wanted this to happen so I could correct him on it. And you'll see it took me, I don't know, I probably corrected him 6 or 7 times on the deer, but in the end, he finally was getting the picture that, I'm to stay on the line. Another thing I didn't even notice, which you'll notice in the videos, I started to correct Remi because I thought Remi was messing up, and he actually scented another dead deer that was 50 yards away that I didn't even notice that I walked by. At that point, I thought the track was over. He's not going to follow it any further because he's already found his prize, about 10 minutes into the track. But I moved him away from the deer and put him right back on the blood lion, and away we went again, and he done pretty good overall. There was a few mistakes, you'll see, but he's young, he was, ambitious, he was full of energy. It was right in the morning, he hadn't, even went out to go poo yet, so, he had a lot of energy running through him, and he was just ready to rock and roll. And then yesterday when my boy was following me, I told him to stay right in the tracks because he'd be stepping in the blood, stepping in the deer's scent. Sometimes I'd look back and he was 4 or 5 feet off. So you notice sometimes you see Remi deviate from my markers 4 or 5 feet, but Remi's not missing the track. He just happens to be following my boy's track from the bottom of his boots as he was picking up the blood and the scent as we were walking along. So John Gelano, watch the video. Hopefully we can learn from it again and call me with some feedback. I'd love some feedback. But he did follow it. It was 1.1 miles long. I laid it out. It was 22 degrees. And, when we ran it, I double-checked my thermometer when I got back in the truck. We started at 12 degrees in the shade, and it was only 14 where the sun was shining. So pretty cold morning. A little colder than I thought it was. I probably should have waited another hour for ideal sending conditions, but if I waited another hour, I wouldn't have had the deer in the area to correct him. So everything worked out perfect. Good learning experience for both me and the dog. Well, here we are today. Laid this track out at 3:30 last night. 17 hours old, about a mile long. Right where we're going to start it, there's live deer, and I knew there'd be live deer in a fair amount of places on this track today, and that's one of the biggest issues I have with Remi right now is him on live deer. So today I'm going to be trying to correct him as we go along and not run these deer because he's going to be crossing their tracks. He's seeing them right now in the truck and barking at them. But we'll see how it goes. The trail starts right here. And as the crow flies 7/10 of a mile down the road, but I walked it out with my GPS. It's just barely over a mile. And I used 3/4 of a 16-ounce bottle of blood. So we'll see how things go. Here we go. Settle. 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 Track. Good boy. Good boy. There's a good boy. He's running right up to live deer. Noing! This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted him to chase those deer, which he's trying to. Remi! Remi! 9! go back down here and restart him. 9. Track. Whoa, shit. Good boy. Track. That's a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Is that right? He's focusing on those live deer still. Remi. 9. Track. Good boy. There you go. That's a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Remi. 9. I don't know, deer leg along the way. 9. Track. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Remi. Is that right? Frost hasn't burned off right here yet. It's 14 degrees. The rest of the area, it's kind of burnt off. He's searching around. I'm thinking it'll get easier as we go, but good boy. He's still on it. Good boy. Good boy, Remi. Good boy. I'm gonna try to slow his pace down a little. Good boy, Remi. Coming to a check here. Let's see if his pace makes him overshoot it. And he overshot it. Remi, is that right? Is that right, Remi? A badger hole. Is that right, Remi? Remi, is that right? Good. Circle back around and is on it. Good boy, Remi. Good boy. It's a good dog. Good boy. He's right on the track. Good boy. Good boy, Remi. That is a good boy. I've decided to use the German word 9 for no, because in a house of 8, he hears the word no all the time. I don't know if he'll be able to distinguish no when it's directed towards him as opposed to when it's directed towards kids. So 9, I think that's how you say it in German, is no. There you go, good boy. Well, this rock we're coming to, I actually circled around the rock and then across the fence. Annoying. He's having quite a bit of trouble in this area. Keeps looking up at the deer, and he wind-scented another deer. I didn't even see that deer yesterday. Track might be over now. You know, that fawn was laying there. Maybe that's what screwed him up back there. Let's see how this works. Trying to pull him off of that deer, get him to continue tracking. How the hell did I miss that deer? See this deer? That's the scent. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. This is where we went around there. Over to the fence. Good boy, Remi. You're doing good. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, whoa. Whoa. Let me cross.